Number one, always remember that breakup is okay. That is the first thing that you have to put in your head. Breakup is okay and it is fine. It reaches a time and a point where we have to accept a breakup, either from our side or from the side of the people that we are in a relationship with. You see, nobody's going to tell you that breakup is okay. People are going to tell you that you have to work, you have to struggle, you have to stick, you have to hang there, you have to be there, you have, to fight for your relationship, you have to do what a man who loves you has to fight for the relationship, a woman who loves you has to fight for the relationship. But I will tell you today, there's no need fighting for a relationship. This is what has made the world to be at the point where it is. No one wants to love. No one wants to start a relationship again. No one wants to be in a relationship. No one wants to hear anything to do with love. The reason being, we have been taught that once you get a man or you get a woman, you have to hold them with your hands. They are pulling you, you are getting bruises, your hair is, going off, leaving you. You have to hold on. So we keep on holding so tight to these people, this kind of relationship that are so, how can I call them? Toxic. They are so toxic, but we are holding on because that is what society has been teaching us, that you have to hold on to a woman of your own. You have to hold on to a man in a relationship to try and make it work. So you keep on holding on and it keeps on destroying you because it is toxic. So it keeps on damaging your hands, your heart, your mind, your brain, your emotions, your mental, your health itself. And by the time you will be realizing that, no, I have to leave this relationship, you will have been damaged completely. You will be at a point where you cannot repair yourself. One day I will just use, again, this is always the best thing to use. This is a tissue here. So this is a tissue paper. And I can have another one. I have 2 pieces of tissue paper. I want to tell you what holding on does to your body, to your soul, and to your heart. And why today you are saying that you can never ever love again. It is because we do not accept that breakup is fine. It is okay to accept that you can go through a process of breakup than expecting that love will just be smooth. You will never have those struggles. So this is the tissue paper. It is very okay. When you look at it, it's smart. It's looking so okay. So when something happens, like you are in a toxic relationship, if you are in a toxic relationship, this is what happens. People are gonna tell you to keep holding on to this relationship. So the more you are holding on to this relationship, the guy who is with you starts to do this. You hold on for 1 month, he squeezes you again. You hold on and he keeps on doing this because you're trying to make your relationship work. You are trying to make your relationship work because the society tells you that you cannot break up, you cannot divorce. It is not allowed. It is okay to try. It is okay to hold on. Don't leave it. What are my friends going to say if I leave this guy? You see, I just have to. I'll just persevere. This guy slaps you. This guy beats you up. This guy, doesn't even allow you to see and meet your friends. This guy doesn't support you. So you are in this toxic relationship, and from where we started, this is what you look like. I want to tell you why breakup is good and you should accept. It should either come from your side or from the side of the person that you are in relationship. So this is you. This is a new tissue. So this is how you are. But when you keep holding on to a relationship because you want it to work, and that relationship is toxic, this is what you're gonna look like. So now, people say Even somebody has just written here, but it's not easy to move on. So imagine you have been left in these pieces. And at that time, you are so low that even the guy that is in a relationship with you don't want you anymore. And because you are trying to hold on, you are trying to make it work, you are trying to make this relationship work, but because you have been taken to this place, this guy doesn't see your benefits right now. He doesn't see the goodness that you used to have. He doesn't see your beauty. It's gone. He doesn't see the good you that he met at the first place, or she met, even if it's a she, because it's not only men that are toxic. Sometimes there are women who are also toxic. So you are a man trying to hold on, and this is what you are. So now, somebody is telling me that to move on is difficult. Now, you break up when you are this way, and this man goes away. Now it is time for you to start to try to heal. And at this point, these women that I'm now talking to here, who are telling me that I give up, I cannot love again, this is what you are. I want to explain to you why you are saying that. This is what you are because you tried to hold on. You tried to, trying to make it work. And then this is what they did to you. And this is you. So now, why are you saying it is hard to move on? Look at what we are going to have out of this tissue. So when you break up from this relationship, you will try to bring yourself to normalcy. You'll try to, unfold yourself and squeeze yourself to get back to your normal self. And now, my dear brothers and sisters, our tissue here, which represents you in that relationship, is back to normal. And yes, we can have a full tissue. We can now see it because now it doesn't look like a rope. It looks like a tissue. So I want you to look at this tissue properly. I guess you can see it. Look at it properly. Look at it. Let me put it on the camera. I hope you can look at it so well. And then compare it with this. Look at these two things. So this is what that man or woman got. This is what you are. This is what you were. This is the tissue that represented you, whether you are a man or a woman. This is how you used to look. This is what you looked before. But now, after being squeezed and you try to unsqueeze yourself, that is what you look like. So this is what people don't get. You see, breakup is the best thing that you can have in a relationship, and no one is going to teach you this. When you reach to a point where you feel that this thing is squeezing me, when it starts squeezing you, that is the point where you need to tell yourself, no, I know myself better. I love myself better. I cannot stay to be squeezed, because once you get squeezed, even if you will help yourself and unsqueeze yourself, you will never get yourself back. This is what you're going to have. Somebody's telling me bring it on camera. I don't know which camera she's talking about, because I've been putting this on camera for quite some time. That is what you're going to have. You see, once you've been squeezed in a relationship, even if you will unsqueeze yourself, it takes time for you to heal. But when you get the breakup, before you get squeezed, it is easier for you. It is easier for you to get back yourself in great senses. So, number one thing that we have to know, breakup is okay. It is a good thing in a relationship, and you have to find out that when things are not working right, somebody is telling me that I have sent a request. Peacemaker, just be patient, please. I'm speaking to people here and I did not ask any questions. So by the time I'll be asking question, you can send your request. I don't always accept request in the middle of a conversation because it takes me away. So let me finish, and then at the time of request, Peacemaker, you can send your request. So number two, The reason why breakup is okay and is fine is it makes you understand yourself better. Let me tell you something, guys. You see, when you are in a relationship, the first thing that people think is that I cannot do without John. I cannot do without Mary. I cannot do without Peter. I cannot do without Samson. But let me tell you, we always think that because they are in us, we are in that relationship. We are inside it. We have never tested. You see, most of the people have this what we call the fear of unknown. If today somebody will tell you to break up with your boyfriend, it will not be easier for you to do it, because you will be feeling like, you know what, if I break up with him, I think I'll not manage myself. I cannot manage without John. I cannot manage without Mary. Because there is the fear of unknown. So when people break up, that is the time that when you sit and you forget about the pain that people leave in your heart when you break up, and you start focusing on yourself and developing yourself, you realize that you will understand yourself better, and you will come to understand that, oh, so I can do without this guy. You know, I was thinking that, because of her, I'm this far. Because of him, I'm this far. People don't realize the power that they have until they lose the things they have. And at the same time, people don't realize the goodness of the things they have until they lose them. So these things goes hand to hand. Yes, you might lose it and think and know as well that, you know what, I can now understand the goodness of being with him in this relationship. But at the same time, when you lose people in your life, you can understand yourself better, because you will find yourself doing the things that you thought you could not do. Have you ever thought, or have you ever realized that sometimes you might want to put even a drawing like this on wall, and you don't know how to do it, so you'll have to wait for your boyfriend to come and do it and put it on the wall. You don't even know how to stick something on the wall. So you like, I don't know what to do. I'll have to wait for him. What about when he's not there? What about if that boyfriend is not there? You will struggle to put this thing on the wall. So breakup helps you to understand yourself better. Number 3, breakup strengthens you emotionally. That's why some of the people get it wrong, and they say that, I cannot get into a relationship again. I don't want to love again. I don't need men. I don't need women. I'm tired of, love. I don't want even to hear. It is not always that you don't want to hear love. The reality of this kind of a feeling is you are emotionally developing and emotionally becoming strong. So you're feeling like, even lonely, I can do it. Even without a boyfriend, I can still survive. Without a girlfriend, I can still survive. It means emotionally, you are trying and starting to develop, to become strong. It is not always the reality that you can do without them or you don't need them. If you did not watch my last live when I was talking about anxiety, go to my YouTube channel after this live and watch anxiety, and you will find this point in anxiety I was talking about. Sometimes because of the breakup, you are anxious, and because you are anxious, we can't control our feelings. So something is telling you from inside that you don't need a man anymore, you don't need love anymore. That is anxiety. It is not really you. The reality is you are emotionally strong and you're feeling like comfortably you can live alone. But it doesn't guarantee you that you don't need a man in your life. It doesn't guarantee you that you don't need a woman in your life. What it does is it keeps you emotionally better, strong, and strengthened.